Hey YouTube, this is on the Prepper One. It is Saturday morning. Roughly about an hour and a half ago, I was at the bank. I was going to withdraw some money. As you know, the hurricane destroyed a lot of things in Florida, so we are doing an addition on our house, and my son is also doing an addition on his house. So we decided that we're going to make sure we have enough supplies on hand because we are afraid building materials are going to go up. So I went to the bank to withdraw some money. It's easier for me just to give Nate money when he runs to the Lowe's or Home Depot or the supply house instead of having to give him my credit card or give him my debit card or a check. It's just easier. It creates no problems. So I went into the bank. Bank of America. Yeah, I know I shouldn't bank there, but I've been banking there before the Army, and I've all through my Army, my retirement checks there. And no, in the Army, you don't want to touch anything because they mess everything up. So that's why I'm still there with that account. So I went in there to withdraw $9,400, which is not a lot of money. I got to buy a heat and air system, pay for that next week. I got Lowe's and Home Depot. That money is gone. That is nothing when you're doing an addition. It is pennies. I had plenty of money in there, plenty of money. I've taken money from retirement and put that in there. So there's plenty of money in there. So I walked up and asked for $9,400. The lady said, "We can only give you $4,000, which I know is a lie because a week before I took some more money out. And she said, "Well, it's the weekend." Okay, it's the weekend. So I said, "That does not make me happy." So she said, all right, she went and talked to another girl behind the counter and said, go talk to, this would be, she gave a title of manager of the vault manager, I think that's what she said. So I waited for her to finish with her customer. I went down and talked to her, and she said, how much do you want? And I said, I want $9,400. And then it started. Oh my gosh. I was at the point almost where I was going to tell her, close my account. Give me it all in cash and then see if you got enough money. She said, first of all, she said, why do you want all that money? And I point blank said, because it's my money. Then she says, is this for payroll? And I said, no, it's not for payroll. She said, well, if it's for payroll, we have other options you can use instead of getting all this cash out. I again said, no, it's not for payroll. She also then said, would you like I think it was cashier's check. Could you use a cashier's check? No, I don't want a cashier's check. Then I said, no. Then she said, well, we have other options so you don't have to get all this money out. I said, no, I'd like my $9,400, please. She then said, as she said, okay, because I was very emphatic and I was very upset. And I know you put the money in the bank and they have control over it. So that's going to change. Then she said, after she's starting the process of getting my $9,400 out, she said, if we give you this money, will your money be safe? Like someone's going to steal my money. That was the last straw. They did not want me to take $9,400 out of the bank, which is no big deal because next week they would be getting either a debit or a check to pay the $9,400. But it was at a point where it upsetted me enough where it's like, if you keep this up, I'm going to find another bank. I need to find another bank. I do. I need to find a local bank. The nice thing about Bank of America, it's big, so when I go anywhere, like I go anywhere, you guys know I don't go anywhere, but if I do, then there's banks everywhere where I can access my money. But I picked $9,400 because, you know, if you do 10, then they got to fill out the paperwork, which is no big deal. You know, the government knows I have the money. I've transferred it in from legal means. It's nothing illegal. But I didn't want the hassle because then you got to get the manager over there and he will ask you, what you need all that money for? So, is this an effort of stopping people from withdrawing money? When I was there, right when I walked into a bank, a person was getting finished with their whatever they were doing banking wise, and he had an envelope and it had about that much in there. So if those were $100 bills, it's definitely $10,000. He was walking out. I did not get there. If I was there maybe a minute earlier, I could have heard the conversation he had with the teller about getting his money out, but I didn't. So I don't know, but he had a chunk of money in an envelope. Now it could have been $20 bills, it could have been $100 bills, I don't know. I'm going to go back to the bank next week. I'm going to take some more money out to see if they give me a hard time. This money is what I'm using to build my addition, to add on to my house. So we're just going to see. But yes, there is definitely, today I got harassed. I mean, even asking me, is my money going to be safe? It is none of their business. As soon as they give that to me and I walk out their door, leave their property, for sure it's none of their business. They're not responsible for that. But I'm getting other boots on the ground report where people are trying to get money out of the bank, and they're getting the same amount of questions I was getting. I'm going to go next week. I'm going to take some money out. Even if I don't need to take the money out, I'm going to take the money out, and I'm going to see their response to me. Is something going on in the banking world? Is something going on in the banking system? Yes, I can tell you yes. I know a lot of people through boots on the ground, through prepping, that are withdrawing cash out of the bank because they aren't secure in this economy. They're not feeling like their savings is secure, and rightfully so. They're playing games with the whole economy. So that's an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, what happened to me trying to get money out of the bank. Do you guys have anything happen to you lately? Have you taken out a large chunk of money, and have you been at least asked the questions? But today went way overboard. Never have I asked, is your money going to be safe in the form of the cash? Thanks for watching.